Okay. I guess I should have figured this out before. That's all right. You guys can watch me do this for a while. So, I often post, I put up a lot of posts to say like, hey, I'm going to go live on Thursday, and I'm not getting questions on those posts. So I'm totally open to feedback as far as what would make you feel more comfortable posting. And certainly if you want your question to be private, then you can email that to me at, I don't want a mask or a magic wand. Oh my God, Facebook, seriously. You can email me at sophie@sophievenable.com if you want your question to be private, and I of course won't say your name. So I know that a lot of times with relationship issues, we don't want to be like posting our stuff, although I don't know, people post a lot of stuff on Facebook. So anyhow, I did get one question. So I'll just give a few minutes while we wait to see if people show up. So I'm assuming that it's going out, that it says Sophie's going live. And then we will get to any questions that you have. So I am new at this. Yeah, I don't see that there. So, all right. Well, the one question I did get, which it's like a little question, but it's a huge question, is that the question of, do you believe in soulmates? Like, do you believe that there's, because I have this, my course is Finding the Real Deal. So like, do you believe there's one, I'm assuming it's like, well, do you believe there really is like one person that's the real deal for you? And so the question about soulmates, God, the lighting is crazy here. It's going on and up. So let's do it like that. Just settle down, camera. The question about soulmates, really interesting. I think that we are all soulmates, and I'll do the disclaimer of like, this is my opinion. If we're all souls, if you're going to go into that discussion, we're all souls here in physical form, then those people that you attract into your life, including your friends, like if you meet somebody and you have a really deep connection right away, and you're like I remember when I met my friend Susan Pelfrey. Hey, Susan. I saw her across the kitchen and I was like, sister. We just connected like that the second we met. And it still feels that way. And so I would consider that person a soulmate. And I think that if we're souls sort of vibrating on a certain level, then you're attracting the souls that match your vibration. And so in terms of finding a primary love relationship, you're going to attract at the level that you're at. And so if you're in a really broken place when you meet someone, or a fear-based place, I hate to use the term broken, but if you're in a fear-based place and you're attracting from that place, then yeah, you're going to meet somebody who might feel like a soulmate, but what you really have there is wound attraction. And so and they are your soulmate. They are in that place. Now, is that soulmate somebody that's really good for your expansion? Or are you both there in your fear-based relationship, in your fear-based operation? So, and if as souls we want to continually expand, as the universe continually expands, everything in it continually expands, then you and that person may be in constant resistance, right? And then continually contract so that you can expand, and contract so that you can expand. And that becomes the pattern. And it feels theoretically like expansion, but you're not really going further. So in that moment, that soulmate might not be serving you. So the one soulmate, I do believe that we can meet a primary love partner that we continue to grow with and expand with over this lifetime. So yes, I do think that that you can meet a soulmate with whom you have a really long relationship. And that's really all I can say about that, because a really long relationship there's no guarantees. I always say it, there's no guarantees in relationship. You can't look for guarantees. It's not like, oh, if I meet my soulmate, that means I'm going to be with them forever. That means that you are going to continue to expand with them, or you're going to do this sort of dance with them for as long as you can until it no longer serves one or both of you. And so that's the long answer to do you believe in soulmates? Yeah, and I don't have any more questions up here. So let me just look real quick here. You all, I'm so open to feedback if you guys want to tell me like what the best way would be to let you know about this happening, because I know some of you are going to watch it in after. If there's something I'm missing, because I kind of post for weeks and I'm doing this every third Thursday. And I really want to be here for you. I want to answer your questions. And so, yeah. Oh, yeah. I did get a comment from someone about, I don't know how quickly I could find it, but I got a comment. Essentially, I had done a Thursday Thoughts last week about ways to not rushing to commitment, not rushing to the DTR. And somebody commented, oh my gosh, like, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with all this posturing and this, game playing and such. I'm just happy to be single and hang out with my girlfriends. And if I want to dance, I'll dance. And if I don't, I don't. And I totally respect that. And I appreciate your comment. Oh, I wish I could find your name. Anyway, I really appreciate your comment. And what I want to say about that is, one, yay for you. If that's where you're at and you're happy, then I'm thrilled about that. And I would want to also say, not in defense of it, but just to maybe reframe the concept a little bit, is that the idea of not rushing because you might push somebody away is also really, that's in self-care and doing your own life and making sure that you're not losing yourself in somebody else. So it's really about self-care, because when another person feels that you're asking for too much too fast from them, that's scary, right? It's like, think about a girlfriend or a friend who's like, they're kind of calling you so much and they need you so much and they want you to like fill in this space in their life so much that it makes you pull away. It's the same thing with guys. So that is that's not a posturing or a game. That's a reminder to say, hey, you got to fill up your own life, and you can't ask somebody to move too fast for you, because you will scare them away. That's human nature, male or female. So unless they're kind of a controlling person and they're like super into that and they're like, yeah, I'll come in and like define your life for you. And by the way, don't try to do anything else. So, and that's a red flag. So I often say that guys who are like all for commitment after 2 weeks, they scare me a little bit. So, and even and you might have even experienced that in female relationships where like you become friends and you just become friends that are so tight so fast that eventually it just kind of explodes, because you're filling in space that's not really your job to fill in. And so you need to fill in that space yourself and not push for definition too quickly, so that for yourself, and also so that you don't scare them away. And what did I say was the second reason for doing that? I think it was scaring away. Yeah. Oh, being comfortable with the unknown. That was the third one. I can't remember what I said about the second thing at this point. What did I say? Anyway, and the third part of it is just being comfortable with the unknown. And again, that's where you, lovely person who made the comment, well, that's where you are. You're comfortable with the unknown. You're not worried about it. And so you're comfortable with the unknown of like, if I'm going to dance, I'm going to dance. And if this thing's going to work out with this person, it's going to work out with this person. I'm not going to worry about it. And that's a beautiful space to be in regard to finding a partner. So I think that will probably serve you well. So thanks for your comment. And I hope that makes sense, because really everything that I'm talking about in terms of, I know what the second thing was. It was, don't like, if you define the relationship too fast, you could decide that you're in relationship and then put up with a bunch of crap, which doesn't sound like something you're going to do. So yeah, and that again is about self-care and about defining your own life and not losing yourself in somebody. See, defining the relationship so that you have the illusion of safety is my point being that it is a disservice to you. So it's really, if you can open, when I say you, I'm not just talking to the person that left the comment. I'm saying if you can open your mind and heart a little bit to not assume that all of this advice or all of these moves are game playing, but a little bit more of a dance and self-care. It's understanding men and their psychology a little bit, but it's also really about self-care and not losing your own identity in the search for your true love. And that's what my course is all about. It's actually just about really meeting yourself. I don't think you have to fall in love with yourself to fall in love with somebody else. I think if you ask happy couples, were you in love with yourself before you met each other? Well, I have asked couples that and they kind of laugh. They look at me like I'm from another planet. But my point being that you don't necessarily have to have completed your self-love journey before you find love. That doesn't make sense. It all happens congruently, and oftentimes your relationship becomes part of your self-love journey if it's a healthy, expansive relationship, which is what I want to help women find. So if you're in, if you're willing to meet yourself before you meet this person or are currently meeting someone, then that is going to serve you and help you get on a different vibration and help you get into a different place where you start attracting somebody that you can expand with and not somebody that you have to contract and expand so that you feel like you're fulfilling that need of your soul, like literally your soul's need. So if want to know who's watching, okay, I don't know. I don't want a mask or bunny ears. Facebook is so funny. Anyway, lost my thought. So I thought somebody was asking a question. It was just Facebook asking me again if I wanted to put a funny mask on. So yeah, that's what Finding the Real Deal, the course, is about, is really getting you clear on where you're at, what you want, helping you honor yourself and your process, and then helping you honor others, helping you honor men just in understanding the ways that men and women process information differently, and understanding what it means to get to know somebody so that you don't rush, you kind of slow your roll, and getting really clear on just what makes a real deal relationship work. Like, how do you know, even when you're in it, what can you trust? What feelings can you trust? And I work a lot with people on trusting the feelings in your body. So that's what that's about. So the idea that all of these things that I recommend that you do are a game, I invite you to look at it more as a dance and also a process of self-care and just self-awareness and understanding, so that you can literally attract something that's so beautiful and expansive and fulfilling, because that part, when that part of your life is amazing, it just really makes everything beautiful. And that's and even if it's not beautiful, you feel like you have somebody on your side, when things are tough. And that's just something that we need so much with each other, whether it's in our friendships or our primary love relationships, is that we need to feel connected and we need to feel like we have other people on our side and people that are pulling for us. So on that note, I'm pulling for you, and I hope that you've enjoyed this Q&A. Again, it was super short, but send me your questions, send me your comments. I'm totally open. Like I said, if there's some way that would make it easier or safer for you to ask me your questions, I'm totally down with that. You can email me at sophie@sophievenable.com, and I am here for you. So let me know what you need. All right, bye.